Trump has a huge ego moment that says, I can do whatever I want to do because I'm the president of the United States. Watch this clip.
Not that I don't have the right to do anything I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. If I think our country's in danger, and it is in danger in these cities, I can do it. No problem going in and solving, his difficulties. But it would be nice if they'd call and they'd say, would you do it?
So basically, Trump feels like he can do whatever he wants as the president of the United States, and checks and balances do not matter. As we can see with the deployment of the National Guard without the permission of any of these governments. Not only is this a very dangerous statement to make and a dangerous rhetoric to uphold, but he truly believes this and has been acting in this way, and we've done nothing about it as Americans, which calls into question of the Constitution and just how immune the president is. Trump believes as a president, you should be able to do whatever you want, to include deploying the National Guard in states where the government has not given you permission to deploy that National Guard, when he does need that permission ahead of time. He also believes that he can fire whoever he wants when he doesn't have the authority to do so if they don't bow to him and kiss his feet like Lisa Cook. And then if you don't obey him, he can find a reason to fire you, even if it's off of accusation or something minor. So be careful, Gavin Newsom. If you roll too far past the stop sign line, you might lose your job as well.
But then he goes on television and says, oh, Trump is a dictator, he's a dictator. And a lot of people are so the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime.
Here is him setting up yet another guideline for him to step into something. This is a very interesting pattern we see with Trump. Anytime he wants to do something, he just repeats it over and over again to see if people react well to it. And then eventually he actually does it. But there's no eventually, because he's been doing it this entire time. However, he's justifying it now. And you know why he's justifying it? Because his fan base and the people around him are justifying it. And do you know why the people around him are justifying it? Because they're getting very well paid. And do you know why his fan base is justifying it? Because they want to believe that the world is exactly as Donald Trump says it is. However, it's not. He's a liar. And anybody that doesn't support his lies gets fired, like the statistician that we had for job growth. We now have a Trump appointed statistician for these things. We can't even believe future stats in America because everything's surrounded around Trump's reality and nobody else's. When people are actually struggling, he's talking about people are getting paid better than ever. Grocery prices are down. Really? I went to Costco the other day and a gallon and a half and half was $13. Costco. Energy's down. This is down. People are doing better than ever. Are they? Because the majority of Americans have been screaming that they're struggling. They're struggling to get by, pay their bills and rent. They're doing their very best. People are so disgruntled. We hardly have community because people are always stressed out. They're tired. They have no energy. Everything's bad. So if you actually want to fix the economy, you got to stop talking from this point of everything's improving, everything's better than ever. It's a lie. Everything's good for you. You've made more money than you've ever made. Let's take a look at Trump's earnings. Trump has made $3.4 billion during his time as president. Name one president that's made billions of dollars off of the United States. Aren't you supposed to be helping the economy and not your personal private economy? I mean, this is the same person taking $500 million jets, and while everybody's struggling in America and he takes people off of Medicaid and he cuts SNAP and all these other acts that help low-income Americans, made the White House gold. There's a $200 million ballroom being built, but hey, that's okay. He's doing well, so why would he not use your tax money to do something like that? This is from the same person that doesn't understand how tariffs work, that the consumers are paying for, because he thinks that these private businesses are paying for it. And if you truly think Trump is competent and that he knows what he's doing, here is Trump's comments on autism with his Human Health Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy.
People, but the autism is such a tremendous horror show what's happening in our country and some other countries, but mostly our country. How are you doing on that?
We are doing very well. We will have announcements as promised in September. We're finding certain interventions now that are clearly, almost certainly causing autism. And we're going to be able to address those in September.
It's such a big day. I'm looking forward to that day because
two men who have no idea what they're talking about, but just trying to make it look like they know what they're talking about. And that's a sad reality and fact of the state of this country right now. The reason this country is headed downhill so fast, so long since Donald Trump has become the president is because we don't actually address the reality of what's going on with Americans and the problems they face. Not only are we in an oligarchy, but we're in a dictatorship where if you want to be a successful business, you have to give Trump a portion of your business like Intel. You have to give Trump a portion of your earnings like Apple. If you are not giving Trump money, you will not succeed. succeed. If you have anything bad to say about Trump, you will fail. You will be fired. They will look into your history, and then if there's nothing there, they will create problems in your history that aren't actually valid. But hey, we can fire people off of accusations now when we look at Lisa Cook.
The wages for blue-collar workers are now rising at the fastest rate in 60 years, which is so important to all of us around this table. The average American worker has already seen a $500 wage increase this year, and there's no inflation because there's been decreases, tremendous decreases, with thanks to Doug and Chris, and some of the people, the great job they've done with energy. Thank you very much. And Chris, thank you very much.
Okay, that's so interesting. So Trump appoints a new statistician, and all of a sudden everything's turning around. We're at the point where not only can we not believe a single word that comes out of his mouth, but we also can't believe the stats we see now because everything is a lie. Every single thing that comes out of his mouth is a lie, and we don't know what to believe. What type of leader is that?
Groceries are down. Energy is way down. Energy is way down. It was $4 and $5 for a gallon of gas. Think of that, for gasoline. And now it's probably $2.25. There are some places it's $2. It broke $2 at a couple of locations in the South.
Let's fact check him yet again. Today's AAA national average is $3.18, $3.19 rounded for gas in America. So again, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie and is there to make him look good. There's no other reason for him to lie other than getting his image to look better than it actually is, because underneath the cover of it all, underneath the veil, past the red curtains, there is a failure. And if we take another look, the current lowest gas price in the state is Mississippi at $2.70. Do you see all it took me 10 seconds to find that information, to give you actual facts and not some made up rhetoric to make myself look more brilliant than I actually am? Defying all laws of reality and logic, all to make myself look good so you like me a little better, so I can make myself a little more rich and do whatever I want because I'm the president and I should have all the powers and checks and balances shouldn't exist, and the Constitution, I should be able to rewrite that because I'm the president, and America needs a dictator because I fight crime. Does that not sound insane to you, hearing that out of somebody else's mouth? Right? I do these satire videos. I love doing them, but sometimes there is just so much information that I'm reading. It's really hard to compact it all. And I love doing it anyway, but we're going to start making long form content once again, as I mentioned in my last video, just so we can actually get straight to the point with these things and give you more information, because people have been asking for more information on these things, or they're asking for more long form videos because they want to know what's really happening. And that's what we're going to do here. Anytime Trump has another lie he wants to spew with incorrect information that doesn't add up to reality and you question it, I'm going to do my best to release factual statements, statistics, and I'm going to try to back it all up so we know what's actually going on in America, because we need someone that's going to tell the truth, and we don't have that. And for some reason, people are rallied up behind the liar, and I think it's because they're also liars. So we're going to combat that with this. Next video dropping soon. Drop in the comments what you'd like to see. What do you think about this? And I will catch y'all next time. Have a great day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you then. Let's fact check him. Let's fact check him yet again.